guys, today I'm going to be doing a review slash how to apply the Victoria's Secret Self Tanner. Okay, so I took notes like a nerd in my little notebook for the 2 weeks that I was testing it to see if I really liked the product, if I would recommend it, how I felt about it. So I'm going to give a little about to on the product and how I felt about it, and then I will show a little like demonstration on how I applied this self tanner. So first I want to say that I haven't done any type of tanning before in my life. I don't go to the tanning booths or tanning sprays or any other type of tanning that there is. There's a ton, but I haven't done any of those. I do lay out in the sun, and unfortunately my mom is right like usual, and I am noticing that it does hurt your skin, and it does give you cancer, and it does give you wrinkles and all that stuff. So I have been trying to find an alternative to tanning because I do like my skin dark. I tan really easily, but I don't want to regret it when I'm older. If you're into tanning beds or sprays or whatever you like, then you keep doing that. Me personally, I am a little freaked out about the tanning beds. I have heard a lot about them, like scary stuff. So I personally don't think it's a good idea for me, and that's just me. If you guys do it, totally cool, totally you. But I did want to find an alternative that I knew 100% wasn't going to cause any serious crazy damage to me. So I did want to try this spray, and I think that that's a good idea. Yeah. Okay, so first, this self tanner, it's from Victoria's Secret. I got 2 for $20. I think usually they're like 15 bucks, but I think they always have a sale on them because every time I go in there, I see it and it says 2 for $20. So I bought 2 just in case. I wanted to see if I used a lot or a little. But a can by itself is usually, I think, 15, but most of the time on sale for 10. Okay, so I bought, oh my gosh, my voice. I bought this mitt. It's like dirty now because I used it, but before it was a really pretty like blush pink color. I got this from Ulta, I think, and it's like around $5, I believe. And this is just so it applies the self tanner more evenly on your body. I definitely recommend it. It also leaves your hand normal. It's not like all orange colory, so I recommend this. 5 bucks, this 10. Okay, so here is my positives. It smells really good. I have smelled other tanners before or smelled it on other girls before, and sometimes they smell a little funky, but this one smells really good. It's kind of like a coconut sunset, I guess. I don't know, but it smells pretty good. Secondly, it went on really smooth. I didn't see like blotchiness at all. Thirdly, it does go on tinted, which I really like because I have seen other lotions where they just kind of go on like clear and you don't really like see it on your skin, and then the next day it's all blotchy because you're like, oh, I think I went over that spot, and then you didn't. This has a tint to it, so when you're putting it on your arm, you directly can see it turning tan, so you know what spots you need to go over again, or like if there was like a tiny little strip that you missed. So I really like that. It's really cheap. I've seen some other spray tans that are so expensive, and just the tanning beds in general seem so expensive. 10 bucks is totally in my price range. I'm all about cheap, so I liked that. And then I think that's my 4th, my 5th, thirdly, fourthly, I don't know, whatever my next number was. I also liked that it lasts for a good amount of time, but not something crazy. So mine lasted for about 2 weeks, give or take. It lasted really good the first week, like completely 100% was good for the first week. Then I started to notice, like after that 1 week, it kind of faded. It kind of was going back to my normal color. I wasn't as tan. But I think that's because the first week that I applied this, I had an unusual amount of activities that would take a spray tan off. So I was like swimming way more than I ever do. I was working out super hardcore and then coming home and like scrubbing my body really hard. What else did I do? I don't know. I worked out a ton and I swam a lot. So those two things definitely would take off a spray tan, duh. And so I think if I didn't swim as much or like scrub my body that much, obviously it probably would have lasted the full 2 weeks with like not as much fading. But after the first week of my strenuous activity, it did fade some, but nothing crazy. So you guys probably can't hear this, but I do have products still left in this can. So I told you I bought 2 cans, but I didn't even go through the first one. And I did my entire body. Legs, arms, stomach, everything. And I didn't even go through it. If my calculations are right off of the sound, I think I have like this much left still in this bottle. So that much took my body. And I'm 5'9", so I do have a lot of body to cover. And I still have that much left. So I feel like that's a really good deal because I did my whole body for less than $10 and I still have some left. So I really am happy that I didn't have to go through 2 bottles. And I did multiple shades. I didn't do one shade, like one coat on my body on this. I did like 3 coats on my arms and 3 coats on my legs, 3 coats. Some places I did 4 coats. Honestly, I love really tan stomachs, so I think I did like 5 coats on my stomach. It wasn't like crazy black or anything, but I did do more coats like on my stomach, and I think I did like more coats on my thighs because I feel like I like tan thighs. So that's a really good thing that it lasted very long. Okay, so here are my I wouldn't say negatives because it was all about like how I applied it. Here's my words of advice. So all I did is I stood on a towel in my bathroom and I shook it up. I don't know if you're supposed to, but I shake everything that sounds like it's supposed to be shaked. And I just, sprayed it on my arm, and then I had my glove on the other hand. And then I took this glove and then I just rubbed in the product and rubbed it all over really nicely. So I guess that's like a little how-to. But here is my word of advice. I've been told multiple times to be very careful about certain spots, like your elbows, I think it's knees, behind your knees, feet. Okay, so I was trying to be careful, and I did go over like maybe 1 time on my elbow, 1 time on my knees, just so it didn't go crazy. But like I said before, I did want to get pretty tan, so when I was like doing multiple shades, I kind of forgot if I had already gone over that spot once or twice. So I did, I think, apply too many coats to like my knees. My elbows were fine. I think it was my knees and my feet. So word of advice, make sure you remember how many times you go over a certain spot. I remembered one more word of advice. So I did this at night, which I do recommend because then I didn't have to go anywhere. And so I did it at night in my bathroom, and then I just put on like really loose shorts and a loose shirt, and then just like hung out around my house for like an hour or 2 just so it like settled in somewhat, and then I went to bed. It did not get on my sheets. I have white sheets. It did not get on my sheets whatsoever. It didn't get on my clothes. No, didn't get on my sheets, didn't get on my clothes, didn't get really anywhere. The only thing that I would watch out for is it might have been just my bottle, or it might be the whole product itself, but it did get a little crazy when I was spraying it. Like, I would spray it on my leg, and I'm like, oh yeah, it's just getting on my leg. And then afterwards, I looked on my white covers, and I saw a ton of little like tan splotches, but it wasn't a big deal. I just took, like a wet towel and wiped it off, and it came right off. But next time I probably will like put a towel over my coverage just so I don't have to do the cleaning afterwards. But do watch out for that. If there's something that you don't want it to get on, like maybe you have like a cool shirt sitting next to you and you don't want it to get on that, move it. But honestly, like my bathroom, anything that it got on, I could just wipe it right off. So watch out for the crazy spraying nozzle. This guy. Okay, to sum up everything I've said, this is the tanning spray from Victoria's Secret. I got it for 2 for $20. I got the mitt from Ulta, $5-ish, might have been 4 or 6, I can't remember. I really like the product. It lasted 2 weeks, faded kind of after 1, but that's because I went a little crazy with the pool. It did not leave any splotches or weird like coloration. It was not orange or anything. It was a legitimate tan color. I overall really like the product. I will keep using it. And I think that's all I had to say. So if you guys have any questions about the product or anything else I know about it, like that I didn't say, because I'll probably forget something after this, you can leave comments down below and I will answer them. I will also leave the link to the product and the mitt down below. And I'm going to show you guys now a little how-to video to put it on, to apply it. It's pretty self-explanatory, but I'll just show you guys, just to be nice or something. I don't know. One last thing is, I am a super firm believer in reviews. As you can tell, I'm doing a review on this product. I love reviews, and I think like if a ton of people say something's good, then I'm gonna try it. I also really don't like spending money, so I research really hard on something before I just go spend the money on it. And I saw a lot of people said really good things about it. That's why I wanted to try it, and I didn't mind spending the money on it. And I was very happy because when I walked into the store, the shelves were really bare where this was. Like, I think there's only a couple bottles left. And so the lady came over and was talking to me. The Victoria's Secret woman came over to me and was like, oh yeah, I love this stuff, started talking to me about it. And of course, like, she's probably trying to sell the product. I mean, it's her job. But then also, she's like, oh, here, let me get you a bottle. She like opens up the little drawer down below and it was empty. She's like, oh my gosh, this was full like an hour ago. So, I mean, she seemed pretty honest, so I believe her, that the whole drawer of this like sold out really fast. So obviously it is a really good product, and I did have to go to, I think, 2 or 3 malls to finally get this product. A lot of places were like, oh no, we're out. So I think that's a good sign that no malls really have it and it's selling out really quick. I think that's a good sign. So now let me show you how to do it. Here we go. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is shave. Obviously, I am faking it. I don't shave dry. Next thing you're going to do is you want to exfoliate your whole body. I just use a loofah. Yes, this is me fake, scrubbing my legs once again. Next thing you want to do is take your glove and put it on whichever hand you'd like. Next, you are going to take your spray tenna and you are going to spray it onto whatever part you want. Obviously, I'm doing my legs right now. Then while it is foaming onto your legs, you are going to use the hand that has the mitt and just start rubbing it in. And that is pretty much it. Very, very simple. Okay guys, I hope you liked the video. I hope that wasn't weird seeing me apply something to my legs or anything. Again, if you have any questions or anything, ask the questions down below. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will be doing more reviews shortly. I have lots of things that I want to try and see if it's good or not. So stay tuned. Bye guys.